Another day, another chica with me. So I kind of did my face already because I was filming something, but then I didn't like it. So I'm redoing it. That's why the face. But anyway, I just want to quickly talk about how it is not the responsibility of other people to walk on eggshells around you just because you're hurting. Now, if you are in a place where you are very vulnerable and you can't accept these types of messages, then I suggest you scroll up on this video and not watch it, because this ain't for the people who are not yet ready to hear it. So anyway, walking on eggshells is not a way of showing that you love or you care about someone just because you're afraid that you might hurt their feelings or you might hurt their ego. Walking on eggshells is a red flag, because being able to express yourself authentically is the biggest and highest form of privilege that someone can give you in this world full of fake. Walking on eggshells is, number one, a sign that you are not really welcome, or your authenticity is not celebrated because you're walking on eggshells. And walking on eggshells is a type of people pleasing because you don't want to do something that can potentially offend or hurt the person that you are with or the people that you're with. It's not your responsibility to tiptoe around people who haven't healed themselves yet, because the only thing that you are doing is you are nursing the fragile little ego of that someone or that person or that group of people, and you are also dimming your own life or shrinking yourself by catering to their emotional wounded self. It is not anyone's responsibility to heal someone else. We have the doctors for that. That is not your job. Your job is to focus on yourself and make sure that you are a good person and that you are living in your most highest potential. Now, that is not you being selfish. That is just you creating a healthier boundaries with yourself and with the people around you. And if you feel like you have to constantly walk on eggshells or tiptoe around certain types of people or certain people, then that just means that you have to walk away. Because number one, you are not celebrated in that room, or it will just damage you in a sense that it's just gonna pull you down to their own vibration. Not everybody has the capacity to be fully aware of that without feeling offended. Because why would anyone want to hear negative things about themselves? Nobody wants to hear that. If you tell someone that, hey, you know what, you need to heal yourself, I don't think you're really being such a good friend or partner or parent right now, not everybody has the guts to swallow it and actually do something about that information. Most times, you'd be shut off. Your opinion or what you said would be discredited or be shrugged off. And keeping those types of relationship is only gonna drain the energy, life force out of you, because then you'd have to cater to their own emotional needs instead of your own needs. Because remember, you have your own emotional needs as well that you need to fill, not other people. As someone who was very codependent with my relationships before, like with my friendships, romantic relationships, I used to depend heavily on my emotional needs and validation from other people, which of course didn't do me any good, because I only put myself at the mercy of others, and I would be so upset or I'd be so sad if those people do something that I didn't really like. And I realized Why would I do these things while walking on eggshells? Like, this is draining me. Why would I be careful with someone else's feelings and emotions when the other people didn't even care to think what I'd feel? And that is how I stop being codependent emotionally with other people. That's where I learned to set healthy boundaries with myself. That's where I started to detach myself from people, from everything. And that's where I really focused on myself. And that's where I learned that just because other people are hurting doesn't give them the excuse of hurting the people around them. If you've seen my previous video, I was talking about how hurt people. I feel like most, if not all, would agree to that. And also, hurt people, we understand that hurt people, and yes, we need to give them grace and compassion, but it's also not our responsibility to be the one on the receiving end of their hurt. Sometimes, yes, hurt people, but it is not our job to help them heal or teach them how to heal or guide them how to heal. It's really up to that person how they want to heal themselves and how they want to move on from that hurt. But it is not your responsibility to walk on eggshells around those people, especially if it's already causing you your mental health. It's always okay to walk away, and walking away doesn't mean there's hate or there's bad blood or whatever. Walking away sometimes is the highest form of love that you can do, not only for yourself but for that person that you're walking away from. That is what giving other people grace as well. Just because you're giving grace and compassion towards other people doesn't mean you're going to neglect your own. It also means before you give compassion and grace and love and understanding to other people, first you must give that to yourself. And that is how you learn how to forgive them in that process. Because life is already hard. And like I said in my previous videos, like, let's all just show compassion towards each other. But if that person is not giving you compassion the way you're giving it, it's definitely fine to cut them off and just wish them well, because life is too short to be walking on eggshells and not fully embrace authenticity and your truth. And always remember to never ever let anyone dim your light, or don't let anybody humble you. The only thing that can humble you is life or God. That's it. Nobody can do that for you, because you are put in this earth for a reason. Now, for whatever reason that is, it's up to you to know what your purpose in life is. Nobody can tell you who you're going to be, what you're going to do. Nobody can do those things for you. The only thing that the people can do is guide you, support you, and love you while you're in this whole process of figuring out what you're going to do in this life and what your purpose is going to be. Now, this process is not going to be, of course, a perfect and flawless, seamless process, but it's going to be a journey with a lot of ups and downs, a lot of twists and turns, topsy-turvies. And that's why it's so important to have those people around you who really know you on a really deep level, where no matter what happens, no matter how much you fall, no matter how much you fumble, they're always gonna hold on to that. You know what, I know this person, and I know this is just a phase. And it's so important to have those people, because those people are going to anchor you. Those people are the ones who are going to cheer you on when you feel like all hope is gone. And sometimes, most of the time, there won't be any other people. It's only just you. And that's why you have to have a strong sense of self-love and self-trust and perseverance. And you need to really be tough, because most of the time, not everyone is privileged to be surrounded with people who are going to guide them through whatever it is that they're going through. And it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that, because it just makes you stronger, it just makes you a better person. And one thing that I learned about facing a lot of hardships is that it never gets easier. But how you respond to it, once you get the hang of it, it's going to be pretty manageable. You know, it's not gonna dysregulate you anymore. It's just going to, you'll see it as something that's going to pass anyways. You're always gonna see the light at the end of the tunnel. The more that you go through hardships that you thought you'd never be able to go through. And anyway, I'm not sure if my topic of like not walking on eggshells is still connected to that. My brain is kind of scrambled. I think it's because of my period. So, but anyway, yeah. Don't let, you know, you don't need to, don't let anybody give you the benefit, or don't let anybody put you in a position where you have to walk on eggshells just because they can't face their own traumas, just because they can't heal or regulate their own nervous system. It is not your job to walk on eggshells. You are not put on this earth to walk on eggshells. It's either they face their traumas and heal it, or they want the people around them to be sensitive enough to their own pain and suffering and traumas, and that people just need to understand that they're hurting. But we are all hurting. Aren't we all hurting? Aren't we all going through something? But why is it that other people can manage it? Right? That's exactly it. So anyway, that is it for my video. I know it's so short, but I think I rushed this video. I don't know. I kind of rushed this. So I'm gonna fix my hair. I'm just gonna do it like this. I'm just gonna fix it later for like a bun. So anyway, that is it. Don't walk on eggshells. Don't let anybody make you feel like you need to tiptoe around them. If they can't, or if they feel threatened by your presence because they feel like you're gonna say something that's going to call them out, then that is a sign that that room is not for you. You need to get out of that. There's another table, there's another room waiting for you to arrive, and that room or that table will celebrate the shit out of your authenticity, will love you for who you are. So don't ever let anyone dull you, or don't let anyone humble you. Just don't. Just don't. Just focus on you. Focus on your growth. Focus on your potential. Literally, we are all the you know how the horses are when they're in a race? They have the blinders. And if any of you don't know what it's for the horses to just focus on what's in front of them, so that they just run and keep running, and they just keep running, so that they don't have to look at the side and see what's happening, and it's not going to cause them panic. So it's just them really focusing what's in front of them. And that's what I always think about or imagine whenever I feel like I'm out of focus. Like, oh, I need to put my blinders on. I need to focus. I need to look at what's in front of me and focus on that. There's the other parts like this, it doesn't matter. What matters is what's in front of me. Now, if I don't like what's in front of me, then I can always switch my perspective. I can always switch where I can look at until I find something that I like. Then I'll have to chase that. Or not chase that, but attract that. So yeah, that's it, guys. That's it for my video. Inarte. Even putting something on my face, I feel like I forgot something. I'm not sure if it's like my skincare or did I forget anything? My brain is so foggy, man. Like, brain fog is real. Maybe because I drank last night.